Hey YouTubes. So I got this suggestion about a place called Parken, not too far away from where I live. It's about 15 to 20 minute walk, maybe a bit more. So I'm there right now. It's basically a giant off-leash area for dogs. Problem is that it's not fenced, and these are huskies that I have, so I don't entirely trust them. So I'm basically walking around looking for a good spot to set up my my tracking line, which is a 10-meter leash, essentially. And I would like to find a place to sit down. God, sorry, these dogs are so annoying at times. So I would basically like to leash them on this 10-meter leash and be able to sit down somewhere and just enjoy the breeze and let my dogs explore the forests, which is nice. I'll keep you updated. The dogs have gotten themselves tangled up. Let me fix this. So the Bellevue Park is a nice enough place, I suppose. I mean, it's nice and open and so on, but you can't really go down to the water at all. And, well, you know, there's also the fact that it's not fenced in, so I can't really release the hounds, as it were, and let them run around as they want. But it's nice here, though. I mean, there's a nice gentle breeze, we're up high and so on. Right now, Locke is on the long line, so he can run around and do whatever he wants, but he's more, you know... Yeah, the little pup is not happy about Locke being able to wander around as he wants. So he's going crazy. That's what it sounds like if you put an A at the end of every single word. What I actually said was he's going crazy. Anyway, I'm bored. I want to do something. Let's go do something. Okay, be calm. That could have ended really badly. So we're walking home, the dogs and I, and Bentham, the little shit, manages to tangle himself around a light post, which happens every now and again. He's a little shit and he doesn't understand how the leash works. And most of the time recently, he's been fairly okay with it. You know, he realizes that he's stuck, so he backtracks and goes a different direction and manages to slip out on the other side of the post. Not this time, though. This time he panics for some obscure reason and starts struggling up against the light post and his leash. And somehow he slips out of his harness.
Huh, y'all don't think I can make it on my own? I'll show you! I'm running away!
Now, we're still about 2 minutes walk away from home, so we're, in the middle of town. There's cars on the streets, there's people everywhere, and he slips out of his harness. Now, I'm holding my camera in one arm, or in one hand rather. I'm carrying both of the leashes and my phone in the other hand, so you can understand how I'm slightly upset by the entire situation. So I try to grab him, but he runs. And he runs, luckily though, in the direction of home. And as he's doing so, he crosses a street, which is luckily the lights were green for us, so no cars. So that could have ended badly. But he just races up the street now and just onto the street where the cars drive. Now, luckily, the part of the street where I live is relatively calm in terms of traffic. There's like one car every 3 to 4 minutes or thereabouts, you know, maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less, but thereabouts. So he runs out into the street, and when he's kind of level with my apartment, he just stops and turns around and stares at us, at Locke and me, approaching him briskly. And as we're closing the distance, I'd say maybe, you know, I'm probably 10 seconds away from him. He just bolts in my direction and runs a lap around us and starts heading out again. This time I put my phone aside and I reach for him, and I managed to grab him by the scruff of his neck. So he starts screaming in terror, you know, it's this puppy roar of fear. No! And I try to get a better grip so I'm not hurting him, but he slips out of my grip and bolts away. Now, at this point, we're in an area that's fairly calm. You know, if he would continue upwards, he would hit the graveyard, which again is extremely calm, although there's like 18 points of egress where he could have disappeared to. And, hold on, let me just move the camera. He's up there now, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds away from my front door. And he turns around again and stares at us. So I get this idea that maybe I just play it cool. And I go to my front door and I make the motions as if I'm unlocking the door. And I open the door up and he comes running back and into the front door. So I hurry through and close it behind us. And he's going crazy. He's got the husky zoomies now, so he's running back and forth in the hallway, slipping and sliding and falling over and being the crazy little shit dog that he is. Eventually, I call the elevator. He's still going crazy. The elevator comes and I open the door and there are people in the elevator already heading out. So he just bolts into the elevator and hits one of them square on the leg as they're entering. And she's like, oh, look, a cute little puppy dog, hey. So that was nice. But then Locke and I enter the elevator, the door closes behind us, and he's just sitting there panting like crazy. He's like, I'll never do that again on camera. And the elevator goes up to the 3rd floor where I live. We exit the elevator and he bolts out again. I open my apartment door and he bolts in, heads to the water, drinks, and promptly, by the sound of it right now, has fallen asleep. But yeah, that could have ended badly. I'm gonna check on the harness, see if I can maybe tighten it a bit more, because I'm fairly sure a dog's not supposed to be able to slip out of his harness by getting it caught on a light post and then just moving backwards out of it. Yeah, very not good. Very, very not good. Anyway, I'm gonna sit down for a while and just calm my racing heart. Oh well, you know, things worked out, so that's always good. Damn shit dog. So I'm heading down to the store real quick to pick up some snacks and something to drink because tonight I'm having movie night all by my lonesome. I'm gonna be watching the 1977 movie, I think it is, 78, 77, thereabouts. Capricorn 1, about a faked Mars landing. That'll be interesting. Kind of looking forward to it. It's got a couple of really interesting actors. So ahead of my movie evening with myself, I decided to go for a quick walk with the dogs, and turns out there's another street carnival going on. Only this time it's not Pride, it's old American cars. Now, I've never spoken about this in, mixed company. Only a couple of my friends know this. But even though I don't have a driver's license and anything like that, I've always had this fascination with old American cars. There's something about the 68, 69 Ford Fairlane, thereabouts, that just appeals to me on some level that I can't explain. So I decided to head out and take a look at some of these cars, which was nice. Although there is an abundance of testosterone in the surrounding area right now. It's like almost palpable. You could reach out and touch free-floating testosterone here. It's a bit annoying, but hey, I've got a beard, so I fit in or something. Anyway, let's look at some shots of what's going on here, okay? Let's do that. Something or someone just smells very strongly of pot. Alright, YouTubes, heading home. I stayed at the thing with the cars and stuff for about an hour and a half or 2 hours before my legs were killing me. So I stopped off at Hard Rock, said hey to my friend who works there, had a beer, sat down for a bit and rested my legs, and now I'm walking home. It's been a good day, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.